Back in June 2019, news emerged that the government was considering the construction of a new airport somewhere between Vilnius and Kaunas. The new facility would serve both cities, making their separate existing airports potentially unnecessary in terms of passenger traffic. I thought it would be fun to take a look back at this plan for today's video. As presented by then Transport Minister Rokas Masiulis, the new large airport would be built between Vilnius and Kaunas by 2035. The minister had this to say to the media: "If that large growth in passenger flows continue, we will have no choice, as we will need a new airport, and there are plans to build an airport between Vilnius and Kaunas." He added that the government wanted to have the airport close to Vilnius as the main center of attraction in Lithuania, but also close to Kaunas to have convenient railway access, as the Rail Baltica Vilnius Kaunas section would be one of the key elements. Masiulis stated that no specific location for the hypothetical new airport was announced in order to, quote, avoid land speculation. It was noted by LRT that in 2017, a consulting firm by the name of Dutch Intervistas was hired by Lithuanian airports and had also considered the possibility of building a new airport in Lithuania. Well, it's safe to say that the pandemic of 2020 and 2021 eliminated any momentum and discussion around such plans. The global health crisis forced a lot of airlines and airports to reconsider their growth plans, and Lithuanian airports was no exception. More recently, master plans were unveiled for the existing airports, which pretty much quietly signaled that a new facility between Vilnius and Kaunas was no longer on the table. And then when it comes to these new master plans for Vilnius Airport, the report suggests the development of another terminal building and more aircraft gates. There was also discussion in the report about an underground rail station to connect to the Rail Baltica system. For Kaunas, its master plan for 2052 simply envisions an expanded terminal building, which you can see in the video here. So yeah, I think if Lithuanian airports or Lietuvos oro uostai follows this plan, then we have zero chance of a new mega airport. When thinking about the possibility, I would say that one larger, built from scratch airport to serve both cities makes a lot of sense. When you consider how crazy far away Luton and Stansted airports are from London, and how passengers and businesses have simply made it work with transportation, then the distance of a new airport from Vilnius or Kaunas doesn't actually seem too bad. I mean, there are so many other cities around the world that have really far away airports from the city center. The main airport of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia is like 60 kilometers from the city center, and so if Vilnius and Kaunas city centers are about 100 kilometers away from each other, then an airport right in the middle to serve both cities wouldn't seem too crazy. I guess somewhere like Elektrine would make the most sense in terms of location. And hey, that city already obviously exists, so you already have an urban area to house all the airport's employees who want to live close by. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Vilnius Airport the way it is. When the flight path directs aircraft to approach from the north, it's an amazing view for passengers sitting on the right side of the plane, arriving into the city. And then if things are reversed, well, then it's a great view for passengers on the other side of the plane as they leave the city. And as someone who personally uses the airport every few months, and occasionally has visitors arriving at the airport, it's so nice to be able to take a relatively cheap and simple 65-cent bus ride to get there. And if we need a car, then a Bolt ride from the airport to the city is never more than 10 euros, in my experience. No, I definitely don't want to see Vilnius Airport shut down. But I do understand the efficiencies of having one larger facility to serve Lithuania's two largest cities, especially if something like Rail Baltica will help people get there quickly and easily. Another bonus that comes to mind for a big new airport is that it could mean the end of restrictions for hot air balloon flights over Vilnius city center. I don't see them in the skies over Vilnius as much as I used to, and it would be so lovely to see them more often. Anyways, this is all perhaps pointless, useless discussion since Lietuvos oro uostai have decided to go in a different direction. And well, unfortunately, if Lithuania's population continues to shrink, then a big, new, larger airport probably isn't necessary. But I'd love to know what you guys think about the idea. Would it have made sense? Or is it much better just to keep two separate airports and upgrade and expand them as needed? Let me know what you think by leaving a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this channel and want to support me in making more videos, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. There's a link down in the description for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching.